So here at Brewer Science. So who are you?
My name is Ram Trichur. I am the Business Development Manager for our Carbon Electronics Center. And what we do here is Brewer Science is traditionally a lithography material supplier, but more and more as we evolved over the 30 years, we've been getting into semiconductor equipment. We've been selling temporary bonding materials, and now we're also in the business of carbon nanomaterials. And as part of this business unit, we're right now launching our ultra-fast temperature and humidity sensor. This is a fully printed temperature sensor that can sense humidity and temperature at a very rapid pace.
So it's real time?
It is real time. So I'm going to do a very short demo so that you can see the response time. So the response time is about 40 milliseconds or less. So I'm going to talk to the sensor and it's going to pick up the humidity from my speech. Testing 1, 2, 3. So you can see it's not detecting a sound, but it is detecting my speech, the humidity from my speech. So you can see I said testing 1, 2, 3, and these signals correspond to the speech pattern. So one of the real applications for this is human detection, like security and speech. So in a traditional device, it uses voice recognition, and then when you talk to a device to use voice recognition, I can use a recording and say, oh, that is me speaking, but I might not actually be there. But here, if I combine a humidity sensor with a voice recognition software, you'll get an actual humidity signal from my speech. So it tells me that, oh, that is the real person that's talking and not a recording. So that's one application, but temperature and humidity sensor can be applied to several devices. I mean, temperature and humidity sensor on its own is an environmental sensor, and it can work with other sensors to give as a compensation, because sensors traditionally drift with temperature and humidity, and these gives compensation signals.
Do different people have different levels of humidity, or?
Yes, it senses humidity between 20% and 80%. That's the standard, but it can extend to the full relative humidity, and it can also measure absolute humidity because it's integrated with the temperature sensor.
So what are you showing here on the wall?
So here we're highlighting different business units in Brewer Science. Traditionally, our business has been a semiconductor material supplier for semiconductor manufacturing. We have an advanced packaging unit for temporary bonding materials and equipment, and we have a semiconductor equipment division, carbon electronics. We have a strong presence in LED and energy devices, and we supply materials to the MEMS, sensors, and display market. And here it shows a highlight of our Carbon Electronics Center. We do materials design, materials R&D. We have a full-fledged applications lab with several printing equipments, and we do engineering services for biomedical companies, communication companies, and all the other customers to do carbon-based printing and printed electronic services. And then we also make several devices like the temperature and humidity sensor. And these show some of the carbon-based devices that we've done. And and the next poster is our carbon-based electronic materials for different printing processes.
So what do you think about this conference?
I think this has been a really good show for Brewer Science. We've had both material suppliers, equipment suppliers, and customers that we work with that have been heavy traffic at the booth. So I think it's a very good place for us to meet all of our people at once.